Here's what life in Columbus, Georgia really feels like in 2026. Because this city is not what most people expect. It's not a smaller version of Atlanta, and it's definitely not just a quiet military town either. Things are really shifting here. The pace, the growth, the opportunities. And if you're thinking about moving, you need to understand what day-to-day life actually looks like. If you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about making a move. Or maybe you just want the real and unfiltered version of what it's like living in Columbus. That's what this is. Not just stats, not just the pros and cons, but the full picture, the lifestyle, the cost, the growth, and the things that people don't tell you until you're already here. One minute, you might be walking along the Riverwalk, and the next thing you know, you might be grabbing food at a local spot that everybody swears is the best in the city. It's a mix of steady and growing all at the same time. There's history here, but there's also new energy that's being built right on top of it. And once you start seeing those layers, you realize this isn't just a place to move to. It's a place that you settle into. Now let's talk about what actually keeps the city moving. Columbus is one of the most stable markets in Georgia right now. A big reason, Fort Benning. That base alone supports tens of thousands of jobs, which means even when other markets slow down, Columbus tends to stay steady. Healthcare is growing, manufacturing is growing, and new developments are bringing in more opportunity. It's not fast-paced growth, it's consistent. And for a lot of people, that's exactly what they're looking for. But here's the part everyone really wants to know. What does it actually cost to live here? Because on paper, Columbus looks affordable. And compared to bigger cities, it is. But the reality feels a little different. Home prices are sitting in the mid 200,000s range right now, and monthly payments can easily hit around $2,000, depending on your situation. Rent, you're looking at anywhere from $900 to $1,800 plus, depending on what you want. So it's not expensive like Atlanta, but it's also not as cheap as people expect anymore. That gap between income and housing, that's something you really need to plan for. And this is where things get interesting. Because Columbus is building right now. New airport upgrades, new workforce development centers, major companies are investing millions into the area. There's even a project bringing in hundreds of jobs through manufacturing. So while the city feels calm on the surface, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. And that's the kind of growth that changes a city over time. But let me keep it real with you. Every city has its trade-offs. Wages here are lower than the national average. Affordability is getting tighter. And like anywhere, you want to do your homework before choosing where to live. The good news, there have been some improvements in things like public safety and development, but the key is don't just rely on what you hear. Experience it for yourself. The lifestyle here, it's slower, but not boring. It's community driven. It's convenient, and it gives you room to breathe. You're not fighting traffic for everything. You're not paying big city prices every experience, but you still have what you need to build a life. So the real question isn't, is Columbus a good place to move? It's, is Columbus the right fit for your life? And that answer looks different for everybody. If you're thinking about making a move, I actually put together a free Columbus, Georgia relocation guide to help you figure that out. Drop MOVE in the comments or check the link below and I'll send it to you. And if you're ready to take the next step, let's talk.